You already know how to do this. You've done it every time you learned to walk. You didn't sit around waiting for motivation. You stumbled, you fell, you got back up. Action bred balance. Balance bred confidence. Confidence bred motion. And that's the first truth. Motivation is bullshit. Action is the flint that strikes the spark. Waiting for motivation, it's like waiting for firewood to light itself. Now, let's reframe the traps that keep you stuck. Tying habits to should instead of values. A should, it's like dragging a dead monkey up a hill. It stinks, it resists, and it doesn't want to move. A value, on the other hand, it's a racehorse. You don't push it, you ride it. Example, you don't brush your teeth because you should. You brush them because you value not having your breath smell like a sewer. Tie action to values, and energy flows. Tie them to shoulds, and they rot. Treating resistance as a wall instead of fuel. Resistance is not a brick wall. It's jet fuel. A rocket only lifts because gravity pulls it down. When you feel resistance to writing that page, making the call, going to the gym, that's not a stop sign. That's a launch signal. Energy is building. Use it. Redirect it. Forgetting the long game. Think of comfort today, like eating candy for dinner. Feels sweet now, but it rots your teeth, your energy, your life. Values the long game. They're like planting an orchard. You don't bite the soil today and complain there's no apple. You water it, you wait, you harvest. Believing identity is fixed. A caterpillar that says, well, I guess I'm just a crawler, that's who I am. They'd never fly. Identity is liquid metal, poured into whatever mould that your repeated action provides. Every choice is a mould, so pour wisely. Waiting for motivation. We've already called this out. Motivation doesn't push you. Action pulls motivation in its wake. You run first. The wind hits your face later. Focusing on the how, not the why. The how is heavy. The why is helium. Science shows this too. Linking small habits to emotionally significant values. It makes them stick like glue. Example, flossing one tooth seems silly until you tie it to, I want to be healthy enough to laugh with my grandkids. Suddenly, the one tooth leads to the whole mouth. Over chunking. Looking at the whole staircase overwhelms. You forget you only need the next step. That's how you've always done it. You didn't learn the alphabet in one gulp. You chunked it down. A, B, C. Same now. Next bite-sized move. Then another. Then another. The fear of judgment, people already laugh at you. But they're laughing at the version of you who's stuck, hiding and playing small. Better they laugh while you're climbing than while you're cowering. Confusing resistance with truth. Resistance isn't the truth. It's just a battery. Energy waiting to be used. Redirected. Chunking up to the big picture, what's important about this? You want to live a life aligned with your values, not filled with regrets. Chunk down to the details. What's the next bite-sized move? One phone call, one push-up, one page written. That's it. Not the whole staircase, just the next step. Every time you feel procrastination, smirk. Recognize it as self-hypnosis. Snap out. Move. Every time you feel resistance, call it rocket fuel. Aim it. Fire. Every time you hear should, replace it with value. Feel the energy shift. Neuroscience says your brain is a prediction machine. Habits create grooves, and resistance is simply the brain conserving energy. But once you act, dopamine flows. That chemical reward doesn't come before action, it comes after. That's why action always precedes motivation. Psychology says reframing matters. Call resistance bad and you fight it. Call it fuel and you use it. That's classic cognitive reappraisal. Reprogramming emotional meaning. Physics says momentum matters. A body in motion stays in motion. Your life is no different. Ignore this and life shrinks. Comfort now means decay later. Resistance ignored becomes rust. A fixed identity becomes a coffin. You die with music still in you. Live this and life expands. Every step compounds, your actions align with your deepest values. So energy flows instead of leaking. You become someone you respect. And others, they follow that mirror. When you don't act, you suffer twice. Once from the thing you avoided, and again from the shame of avoidance. When you do act, you suffer once, through effort, but then you gain twice, in results and in pride. Which suffering do you choose? So from now on, when you feel resistance, you just smile and move. It's rocket fuel. When you feel procrastination, you laugh and act. It's just hypnosis. When you think, I should, you swap in value and watch energy return. When you fear judgment, you remember. They're already laughing at the stuck version of you. Better they laugh as you rise. And when you think identity is fixed, you recall the butterfly. You're liquid metal, and the mold is your action. This is not motivation, this is wiring. The new you doesn't push, he pulls. And when you hand yourself the mirror of who you want to be, you'll sprint towards it faster than you could ever force yourself forward. Each pattern was a prison, but you've seen the lock. And when you see the lock, the door opens. So walk the fuck out.